Hello and welcome, I'm Arumba, thank you for joining me. Let's play some more of our Factorio with mods campaign. So, yeah, we're still building the factory. Kinda like you do. We've got sulfur. Let's get the bigger electrical poles. That way I won't have to keep running out into the woods to get me some wood to build the electrical poles. That'll probably get us by until we get research completed. Alright, so you're gonna go about there. I think it's time to just kind of straighten you out again. And kind of go like that. Down that way. Still want my buffer. Ah, shoot. Well, I guess it's time to start making steel chests for a buffer. We need more steel production. Okay, and you go here, and the next one would go about here and there. And I think that's good. Alright, so that should have brought copper production back up, but you'll notice that all of the copper is getting hoovered up by these things. Probably should have used a splitter, actually. I can do it kind of after the fact, without having to rebuild the whole thing. If I just put a splitter here, we run it down, and then merge it back in up there. I hate these curves, but it's gonna have to work. So half of it will automatically get through no matter what, which means we can actually go like that. Well, actually, there's really no reason to have that. Just go ahead and let it continue. It's fine. So that'll at least allow red science to continue, and allow this thing to make some local circuits. I should actually just have this thing connect into here to anything that needs the circuits, which is really just this guy. There's almost no purpose to having all these circuits, actually, unless I'm going to connect it to something. Unless I just want a lot of circuits for myself. Which I kind of do. Man, I kind of don't. Alright, let's get solar. Well, I suppose I will just run these all the way around. And see if we can do something with them. You know, we got iron over here. It's actually making it through the system. Why don't we make some stuff? We'll make things like electric mining drills. We'll make some assembling machines. We'll make some... And really all this stuff should have buffers, shouldn't it? Buffers are good. Buffers have worked out well for us in the past. Alright, so you're going to need iron, you're going to need gears, you're going to need circuitry. And we're going to have to get those circuits all the way around on the other side. Why are they coming out on one side only? Ah, right. Preference to the side on the thing. That's okay. Steal those. What am I doing on gears? I could use a few. Alright, so we'll grab some of that line, we'll grab some of that line, we'll grab some of this line, some of that line. I need more chests. We really need more steel production. How many times do you think I'm going to say that this video? More steel production. We need more steel production. Did I mention that we need more steel production? Okay, and circuitry. Okay, so we're knocking those things out pretty quick. The thing you need is more iron. I think what I'd rather do, instead of having the long-handed inserter, so we'll do something like this. Move that down with a fast inserter for the gears, but then we're going to run the gears underground to there, and we'll run a splitter there, and just kind of throw that guy there. And I think you can actually grab from both. Yeah, that'll work. So you're never going to have any shortage of iron if it's available. Gear production, though, you're going to have some issues with getting gears out. Might be drawing on this one gearbox a little bit too much. You are lacking circuitry, as are you. You also need gears and iron. So do the same kind of thing up here. Here's your gears. There's that and that. Lack of gears. Yeah, the priority order on this thing is a little bit off. They're gonna hoover up all the gears, which is not a bad thing. It's just we need more gear production down here. You can't keep up. You're trying to provide too many gears to too many different things. It's not from a lack of iron. We just need more gear production. So, let's make it so. There we go. Still a little bit of iron from there. Solar's finished. I've got to go do oil. My god, if I don't do oil, then we're going to fall. We're going to do the same thing that always ends up happening. I'm going to get totally caught up on science. And then I'm not going to have oil ready. Look at this shortage of copper. Not enough copper by far. So, we'll get as much going here as we can. And I think that, yeah, we have enough smelting, it's just that we don't have enough copper coming in. Iron is actually doing kind of okay. Making about 600 per minute, we're consuming 700 a minute. We can see there is no visual, there's no backlogs. We're consuming every bit of iron that's coming in. Even though there's some chains that are not operating, that doesn't mean that we aren't using the iron. Now we have more than enough gears coming through. That's good though, that'll shut down. I think that now that there's going to be enough copper coming in, that the whole factory is about to just take off with production. Alright. Oil. Gotta do some oil. Which we need steel for. We need a lot of steel for oil. Alright, let's do some steel smelting the right way. Give it its own area, maybe? And the factory's getting kind of crazy, isn't it? This always happens. Well, yeah, I'm gonna make some steel. We'll go, instead of going like right there, we'll go one extra up, and we're just gonna make at least a small amount of steel production. And we'll reverse these belts. We'll need to match the amount of furnaces. So we're gonna end up going with these steel furnaces everywhere anyway. Batteries are finished. And research energy accumulators, even though we have no access to oil yet. It'll just be much easier, I think, to run these lines a little bit longer. Alright, so now you guys are going to go north. And since we gave ourselves a tiny bit of space here, we can go split. And there's your raw material now. And we need our buffers. Holes. Oh, right, long-handed inserters. Those are important, aren't they? Okay, so it looks like this line could actually use a little bit more copper ore throughput. So what could help is if we took the excess on this side I mean, I could double it back through the system and have it connect into that one, but that's kind of crazy, isn't it? It might be better just to create like a split over here and allow them to merge in. What am I lacking that's preventing me from making everything? Iron? No iron in the system. We're using every little bit. Well, I did just cut the amount of iron going to the bus, going to the factory, because we're making making more steel now. I think we should stop bleeding steel off here. Since we have a dedicated steel manufacturing area. Which also means we can clean this thing up a little bit. Alright, like I said, steel! Oh my god, we gotta get the sort of stack size bonus. That's always good research. At least we have a buffer on the steel, so I don't have to worry about sending it anywhere. We've got steel production, it's going strong. These four, assuming they were getting enough raw material in, should be... And then they're not, actually. We're getting favored on one side over the other. I wonder why that is. That's probably just a backlog from when this side didn't have the steel furnaces and this side did. But yeah, I think we create a splitter here. We're going to get less steel, or less iron over here now, but more here, and ultimately it'll still all get smelted. Which is what's important. Might be time to increase the amount of iron ore coming in. we doing on power? About 6 megawatts out of 10. Still need more copper smelting. These things can make so many freaking circuits. And most of them are actually getting used. It's not like they're just not, you know, just making infinite circuits there that are not being used by anything. We do have 50 of these guys, but soon we're going to be able to make the electric mining drill Mark II. And for that reason, we're not going to want to stop making those. We just want to make them non-stop, because it takes a lot of electric mining drills to make the advanced electric mining drills. I feel like we just really need more copper smelting. We could back this line up now. I mean, there's more space above it. Why don't we do that? Let's, we'll move the split point back to here. Just see how much more I can fit in this area. Got all these steel mining. I was gonna go make like a whole new bus area, and now I've been stuck in this area, which is fine. It's just not what I expected. I thought that I'd be ready to move on, but nope. Game says no. I mean, I guess for now we throw in these, right? And you need your chests. Oh, don't get me wrong, we can't forget the chests. Insert a stack size bonus. Level 3. Let's go. Let's be able to move 3 at once. So now we're making like none steel, which is a concern. Because the smelting capacity of this side is, yeah, we just need more iron coming in. There's just not enough going to this line to actually get to the end, which is where the steel comes from. So let's go tap another one. Kind of go like that. You can see how much simpler it is when you just use the same pattern. It just mines the crap out of these things. Which is exactly what I want. I don't want any thought going into like, well, which way do I angle it? No, you just build them like that and it just mines a lot. That's how much it mines. A lot. Okay, we're gonna merge this in, I think, right down there. So we'll bring you underground for a second. Quick minute. There's also another mod that I almost installed that allows you to have much longer underground belt. But as crazy as it is, I felt like that might be too much. I don't know why. The peace mod is like the most major change. And yet it was the possibility that that the underground belts could be too long that made me think that that might be too much. Alright, so steel production's back online. Red and green science are almost complete, and I have not even gotten close to starting oil production. Let's go grab a few stone bricks. Should probably upgrade those chests. Not that we really need to worry too much about brick production. But yeah, we need to get some chemical plants, we need to get some oil refineries. I think we're going to need even more. Yep, I need a lot more steel furnaces, please. I need a lot of steel. Alright, insert stack size bonus is done. Let's get plastics. I think I'm actually going to turn a lot of these around. this is working out pretty well, being able to decide how much steel production you have. Now there's going to be too much iron coming in, though, which is actually a good problem. That means they'll be working non-stop, but we need to match it. You know, if we got 8 steel furnaces going that way, we need 8 steel furnaces smelting and actually turning it into steel. The ratio is very simple on these. I'm going to do the same thing I've done every other time. I'm going to get too focused on building a factory and forget to do science. Forget to get the circuits being made. Always happens. It's every time. Every single time. Oh well. What can you do? You know? What can you do about it? Nothing. It's just nothing you can do about it. I mean, I could force myself to go work on it, but hey, we can actually make an oil refinery. Good. That's what we need. We need an oil refinery. We need some oil, some storage tanks, and we just got to get the basics being done, you know? Just a little bit. A little bit of oil so we can make circuitry, and then we'll be good to go. In the meantime, we can clean out some of these ones that have no expected resources, and go from there. Alright, well, I'm going to take a break here. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thanks for watching, everyone. See you soon.